Okay, so I'm gonna make a video, and I just named this dog Org. He follows me around all the time, kind of like the dog in Penna Shell. Orgulloso. Orgulloso means proud in Spanish. And this dog is proud. He's free bird. He isn't a slave. And I'm in Colombia. Okay, I'll make a video now, but he likes to come and put his leg up on my foot on here. And I haven't fed him at all, so it's just purely, I don't know, kind of a friendship relationship. Okay, I've lived in 114 countries, and I hope by the end of 2025 I've got another 15 countries, because I'm trying to go to the tip of Africa. But it'll take me a long time to do that, probably a year or two to do it. But today I want to talk about, well, I was having a conversation with my friend Richard, and he's taken this class, and he wants to talk about a 3-minute monologue on travel. And very difficult to explain travel in 3 minutes, but what travel is the fountain of youth. And why is it a fountain of youth? The reason why somebody gets old is when the continuous search for comfort is aging. People get old because they try to avoid any kind of conflict or anything rough. So the fountain of youth, there's just no way to travel without adapting to situations and never ending accepting situations the way they are in reality. And I'm going to talk about reality today. Because reality is what makes people happy. But he was talking about the fact that he's learning so much, but there's nothing more. There's just no way to travel without accepting reality the way it is. And to learn who you are is the most serene thing you can do. See, clarity is serenity. And how do you know who you are is by constantly adapting and knowing what you like and don't like, and then not having anybody give you sympathy or reward or benefit from talking to them. See, travel, it's all about yourself in a lot of ways. It's a spiritual adventure of your own, okay? So it's a fountain of youth. But how do you become the master of your fate? Okay, mastery is what gives people self-esteem. Self-esteem is when you're very good at something. And the greatest thing about travel, which is it's like a 99.99% success rate. So everybody can travel. Now, I have tried over and over to explain to people that what you need to do is just get in a car and drive 100 miles away and get a hotel room. And they go, well, why would I do that? I need to get a reservation. And I go, no, you need to accept that you can live by your wits. Because if you live by your wit and your ability to adapt and you don't control everything, then you're really accepting the world the way it is. And that is the fountain of youth. When you accept the world the way it is without trying to control it, then you have clarity, which then means you have serenity. Clarity is when you are comfortable inside your skin that you know what you're doing. And there's nothing more clear than to travel. See, if you travel for a year, 6 years, 1 year, see, after about 6 months, you're addicted to this continuous thriving to be alive. See, when you strive to be alive, you're alive when you are striving, okay? And reality is the success. But see, everybody that travels arrives to where they're supposed to be. So when you arrive, after you arrive place, you're alive because you accomplished something. So many people have showed up to work every day of their life and done what the boss said and never once said to themselves, this is what I'm going to do. what they do is they go buy something as if that's a merit, as if that's an accomplishment. I was talking about Kamala Harris with him too today. I mean, she talks and talks and talks, and you sit there and go, she didn't say anything, okay? She hasn't accomplished anything in life, okay, other than becoming an attorney and, going to work and basically doing what the prosecutors does and showing up every day. She showed up, but she doesn't have these things where she said, I'm going to do this and then accomplish it. In some ways, it's just a very platitude life. But the fountain of youth life is when you say, I'm going to go here, and I go do it. So it's the most beneficial thing for your mental health is to say what you're going to do and do it. That is mastery. Okay, but reality. I want to talk about reality because to me it's the 3 R's. Relaxed, realistic, reality. I just made this up today. The 3 R's. The relaxed, realistic, reality. Okay, so what is it? Relaxed. I'm relaxed because I'm realistically looking at reality. See, clarity is serenity. And so why am I so relaxed all the time and happy? It's because I have no choice. I have to accept reality or just cause myself a headache. I mean, for me to define reality in some other way than be other than what it really is to live in a delusional life that all it's going to do is cause me a lot of headaches. Now, don't get me wrong. See, when I'm around people, if I live in a delusional life and I explain all these problems that don't exist and I make myself a victim, everybody will give me sympathy and they'll listen to me and I get this kind of reward. They give me a feedback system where they go, oh, yeah. And you can tell them all this crap, these platitudes, and there's a reward. But I have nobody to talk to in that way because everybody I meet isn't going to give me sympathy because they're basically, first of all, they all think I'm the richest guy in the town because I'm from the United States. But I'm in Colombia. Okay, but the point is this, is that the 3 R's is I'm a relaxed, realistic reality. I have a relaxed, realistic reality. But when you have a grip on reality and you don't distort it, that is to me mental health. And the United States it's possible for a whole country to go the wrong way. There's a philosophical thing, the reality is, like they say, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's there to hear it fall, did it fall? Okay, but to accept reality, all the geese can be flying the wrong way. You can have a country that's doing everything the wrong way. You can live a life in a complete illusion. Here comes my dog, Orgulloso. Org, ¿cómo estás, Org? Okay, I get adopted by dogs everywhere on the planet. People don't understand that dogs are kind of an annoyance for me because they continually follow me around. This dog followed me into the gym the other day. And I go, he brought in 2 other dogs with him. But he's orgulloso. Orgulloso means very proud. He goes and does what he wants. But to be a proud person, to be the 3 R's, relaxed, realistic reality, to live in this realm, to live in this bubble where you're constantly doing it, you have to have the mastery of something. And that's why somebody that has a skill set like an electrician or a plumber or thing actually gets a sense of accomplishment because they solve problems. They go into a house or a situation where it's something broken and they fix it. When I worked in a farm when I was a kid, we went out, we said what we were going to do, and we did it. And that is the greatest feeling. I built things. I have constructed things. And like right now, I'm talking about building a 35 home mini luxury house development where we rent them out. We get 20% return on our money. And it's fun because it's the creation. But again, travel gives you this. But clarity is serenity. If you want to be happy, you got to be clear on what. Anytime somebody is in a maybe situation, maybe I'll do this, maybe I don't. I go, gee whiz, why don't you just drive yourself crazy? Most people spend their whole time trying to think about where they're going to eat dinner tonight. And all it is a constant cognitive dissonance. It doesn't really matter where you eat tonight. But saying what you mean and meaning what you say is what gives you mastery. But you got to say you got to be realistic. And I get a lot of people who think I'm really negative. And I go, no, I'm just telling you reality. And if I call somebody an idiot, that's because idiots are the most dangerous people on the planet. Say what you mean, but don't say it mean. Okay? Every great writer has a quote about fools. I'm amazed at how many fools. I have a collection of quotes on fools that is, I don't know, it's like 300 or 400 quotes. I collect these things because I got in trouble with ChatGPT because I said, give me 3 or 4 quotes from Henry David Thoreau on fools. And he says, oh, Henry David Thoreau would never say that stuff. Well, there's definite quotes from Henry David Thoreau on what a fool. His whole first chapter is talking about the foolish nature of people. It's one, before I got tired, I came up with like 85 different kind of sarcastic, honest, revealing statements about the world. He has no love of society, but fools. But my quote for the day would be, don't be foolish enough to believe you're smarter than fools. Only a fool believes they are smarter than fools. Something about a foolish comment. I mean, Kamala Harris is saying so many foolish comments right now, and you're going, why would anybody listen to these things? It's very, very addictive to listen to foolish comments because they make you feel good. Thomas Sowell said that. He said society now is the solution to society's ills is something like what sounds good instead of what works. People want to hear what sounds good more than they want to hear what works. Thomas Sowell is a very brilliant man. But don't be foolish enough to believe that you're smarter than fools. Fools can captivate. They can say things, and they're like snake oil salesmen. Okay, but reality is kind of brutal. It hurts people's feelings. You can't be honest without hurting people's feelings. That's the reason why Donald Trump makes people so angry, is because he says things that are true. Okay, don't get me wrong. He exaggerates, and he does this politician things where they say things that are you're going to be 100% better lifestyle. Obama used to say change, and I go, I don't give a crap if I want change, but what? Be specific, please. But Donald Trump says specific changes, and he knows he's going to put people out of business. That's his goal. He's going to get Elon Musk with him to do it. But a fool can convince a whole nation to follow him. Lenin and Stalin and all these Mao and thing. Billions of people follow a fool down a thing, but they always come up with these kind of noble ideas like equality of men. Like Marxism and communism is really, in a lot of ways, a very intellectually satisfying belief that everybody has the same status in life. We aren't socially higher status than others, but that's not the way it works, right? In reality, the reality is just if you don't have any purpose in life, if you don't have any merit, you really lose all your meaning in life. But I like the word idiot better than fool. So I like to call people idiots more than I like to do. But the worst thing you can do, the most dangerous person on the planet is an idiot, a fool, because they are going to lead you on a path that's going to cause you problems. And the way to know that you're not talking to a fool, a really good person is just easy to follow. They make sense, and you're going to find that in great stress, in a stressful situation, people come to me because they know that they need the truth. When they want somebody that just to go to lunch with and have a fun time, they go to the fools because the fools are going to agree with them. They're not going to say it. I'll never forget when I came out of an AA meeting one time and this lady starts going, "Was I honest in this AA meeting? Did I tell the truth?" She talks to these three people in the elevator. We're going down the elevator in Parkview Hospital in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And she goes, I said, "You didn't ask me." She goes, "Andy, I wanted to feel good. I didn't want the truth. If I wanted the truth, I'd ask you a question." But people ask questions where they get a self-prophesizing thing that they get some fool to tell them what they want to hear. And if you're going to surround yourself by people that tell you what you want to hear, is what they call them, psychophants or something. Don't get me wrong. Rich people are continually, very difficult to be surrounded by people that continually suck up to you. It's really the worst possible thing. That's one reason why I like to travel, is because nobody ever tells me what I want to hear. They just tell me, kind of the information that's realist. The biggest danger in life is to allow an idiot to get too close to you. That's the biggest danger. They're going to take all your money. They're going to get you to invest in stupid things. They're doing it. But it's really easy to find people with common sense. It's like a person that's made all their money, like a stockbroker. Just because you're a stockbroker doesn't mean you can, you got to say somebody that's made millions of dollars by investing in stocks is somebody to follow. Somebody that's became a stockbroker doesn't mean anything. It's like I've purchased over 60 homes, therefore I know how to purchase a house. I know I've sold over, but say 60 times 10, 700 houses. I have walked in over 10,000 homes. I could talk all day about a house because of the experience of looking at all the problems in a house. But you're an idiot if you're talking to an idiot. Only an idiot spends his time listening to idiots. I do sit around in Lake Athlon and listen to idiots and foolish people because sometimes they're very entertaining. And I've always been threatening to write a book like 25 weeks in Sosua, Dominican Republic, 25 weeks in Panajachel, Guatemala. Because why? Because they are so full of dysfunction junction people that are doing so silly things. But what's good is they're in a place where it's so cheap that they can't get themselves in trouble. And there is a value in being in a place where, like why do I go to these places that are so economically, I like to be in a place where I never have to think about money. And when you're in the United States, that's all people think about is money because they're so afraid they're going to spend too much money. Even the richest person tries to sit there and optimize how much money they're spending. Outside the United States, you can live a life because of economic arbitrage. Right now, we can live anywhere on the planet. We can earn money in the Western world. You can earn $20 an hour and go to a country where they earn $20 a day. You can go to the United States and earn $20 an hour working at McDonald's, $15 an hour, and you can come here and spend $15 a day living, and you can it's called economic arbitrage. It's a thing. But the realistic person can see the world the way it is instead of the way they want it to be. And realistic people, the 3 R's, is a relaxed, realistic, how do I say that? The 3 R's is you're relaxed. You have a relaxed, realistic reality. Isn't that what you want? I'm relaxed because I'm living within reality. And it's a realistic reality. A realistic reality, a relaxed, realistic reality is the goal of life. And so many people are trying to come up with this, how to save the world, and they don't really, most people that are trying to save the world cannot save themselves. It's like psychiatrists and psychologists and counselors and all these people. They become this so they can save themselves. Okay, and there's always a joke in Alcoholics Anonymous that I was so important that I wrote a book about myself. I made it into a movie. I became the lead actor in the movie, and I produced it myself. And that's what people do. They think that their life is so important. And this is the art of narcissistic living, right? Where you believe you're so important. But don't get me wrong, a realistic person has to believe in themselves. And you get really angry people. See, the fool will be self-demeaning. They'll demean themselves all the time, and they'll say negative things about themselves because that's endearing to people. Everybody loves a fool because they feel more empowered because they're around a fool. When you get around somebody that's extremely successful, you feel vulnerable because, hey, this person's smarter than me. Maybe they can take advantage of me. That's the reason why nobody likes the Israeli people. They're so smart. They're so wealthy. I think 20%, I was watching this video on Israel, my channel, and he said 20% of the Nobel Prizes on the planet have been earned or achieved by the by the Jewish people. This is a spectacular thing. And this Palestine person was acting like they were special. There's been like one Nobel Prize by the Palestinian people. Nothing more dangerous than truthful, honest, realistic people. That's what you want to be around. They're annoying. Why are they annoying? Because you're going to hear the truth. You're always going to know when you're hearing the truth because your feelings get hurt. If your feelings are getting hurt, you're around a person you should trust. They're honest. But there are people that will drive you down to elevate themselves. This is a fool. But two fools love each other because they like to hear each other. Hey, Org, venga, Org. Dog's too proud. Orgulloso, Org. It's a strange word. Orgulloso means to be proud. He has no vergüenza. He has no shame. He goes anywhere he wants to. Come here. Venga. Vamos. Okay, here he comes. He has no need to come see me. All I did is itched him like I like to be itched. I'd like to have a girl itch me behind my neck, right? Nothing feels better than having itched behind your neck. You gotta think like a dog. Okay, la vida es belle, life is good, and live with the 3 R's. You'll be relaxed, realistic, reality. That's what we want. That's the goal, right? But the goal is to be independent to the day we die. And the way you do that is the less things you have, the easier it is to maintain your life. So the opposite of serenity is cluttered brains. So the more things you have, the more cluttered your brain is, the more maintenance you have to do, the more incapable you are of managing your life. It's just a simple common sense. More things, more stuff, more problems. I'm Andy Lee Graham. More things, more stuff, more problems. Simplify your life. Henry David Thoreau. That's why I love the guy. He lived in a one-room house on a lake, living in nature. It's called biphilic lifestyle. We are always happier when we're in nature. Just something soothing about being back with nature and putting your bare feet on the ground. Basically, I don't know. It's just walking in the wet grass, barefoot in the grass, or walking barefoot in the sand makes you feel good. Live a simple life. The more things, the more stuff, the more complicated your life is, the less serene you are. Andy Lee Graham. I'm here and you're not. Why not? I'm here and you're not. Why not? Because my life's simple. Your life is complicated. You enjoy it. You're addicted to the chains.